You're listening to Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance, Protecting Texas Churches. The show that gives pastors and church leaders the clarity they need to protect their people, property, and ministry.
Welcome back to Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance, Protecting Texas Churches. I'm your host, Ron Wadley with Insurance for Texans. We help church leaders protect their people and property with wisdom and clarity. Today, we're wrapping up the foundational principles from our book, The Promise of Certainty, with 2 rules that every great leader eventually learns. Ask questions, and boring is beautiful. Thank you for following along this week, and happy Friday. When it comes to insurance, most people operate in what I call triangle mode. They start at the skinny tip of the triangle with almost no information. They rush a decision based solely on the cheapest premium they can find. And as they move down that triangle, they end up with a massive base of fallout and unplanned costs when a claim hits. There is a better way. I want you to think of a funnel. In the funnel model, you start by asking deep, sometimes annoying questions up front. You gather more information than you think you need about your staff, your roof, and your ministries. By front-loading that complexity and doing the hard work now, you create long-term stability. You're trading a little bit of time today for a lot of peace tomorrow. And that leads us to the next principle, principle number 5. Boring is beautiful. In my line of work, if insurance is exciting, something has gone terribly wrong. When you do the prep work correctly, insurance becomes boring. And boring is beautiful because when the insurance policy isn't the story, it means you've done your job well. I've seen this in my own life. My home church, 121 Community Church, runs a fantastic children's program called Creation Land. I've volunteered there for many years. Every Sunday morning, I check the kids into the ministry safe system and chat with their parents while I give the kid a high five and send them on their way. Even though I'm not working directly with kids each Sunday, I am still required to go through all of the children's ministry abuse prevention training. I'll be honest, I've gone through it so many times that it feels repetitive and tedious. The background checks and hours of abuse prevention training feel boring. But then the unthinkable happened. A hidden camera was discovered in a church-owned missionary house, left there by one of the church's pastors. But because those boring systems and reporting protocols were already in place, the church didn't panic. They acted. They quarantined the device, called the police immediately, and an arrest was made before a single person was harmed. Those details that feel slow or bureaucratic or inconvenient, those are the very things that prevent disaster. A boring practice is a successful practice in the world of risk management. Stewardship means embracing the details so your church's mission stays the main story. Join us next week as we move into step 1 of our True Texas Church insurance model, assessing exactly where your church stands right now. In the meantime, connect with our team at insurancefortexans.com. And I invite you to grab a free copy of our book so that you can follow along with next week's podcast episodes. You can download a copy of The Promise of Certainty at thepromiseofcertainty.com. I'm Ron Wadley, and this has been Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance, Protecting Texas Churches. Until next time, remember, your church's mission is too important to leave to chance.
Thanks for listening to Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance. Until next time, remember, insurance isn't just about policies. It's about safeguarding the mission God has called you to lead.